Welcome to lesson 52. Today we want to continue working with decimals and dividing decimals. In particular, we want to build the skill of mentally dividing by 10 and by 100. Just understand how the decimal actually works. First of all, we're gonna look at these two example problems and really just understand the written process that our brain needs to go through to solve the division problem by 10 mentally. Looking closely, if we ignore the blue zero here for just a minute, and we see the problem is 10 going into 13.5, or 13.5 divided by 10. And you can see the answer is 1.35. And basically what we did here was 10 goes into 1 0 times, 10 goes into 13 one time. Now we'll put a 10 here, 3 goes down, 5 goes down, right? Our decimal went straight up. 10 goes into 35 3 times for 30. And now you might be saying, well, why is that blue 0 here? Here comes that blue 0, right? Normally you wouldn't see that, but I just drew it in there right away. So now we have 50, and then 10 is going to go into 55 times. And so in the end, as we solve this problem, you notice that as our decimal went straight up, if you look at our original number of 13.5, and then you look at our final answer of 1.35, as we divided by 10, in the end, our decimal moved over one place. Let's look at our second example. As we look at our second example, right, it's 13.5 divided by 100. Right, the blue zeros are going to be place adders that get added in. So 100 goes into 1, 0 times 13, 0 times 135, one time, right, or 100. And now we're already using our first 0, 100 into 353 times. And then finally we have the last added 0, right? See this process. 100 goes into 505 times. In the end, though, what we want to notice is that what happened to our decimal, right? Our decimal was here. We went straight up, but how does this number look compared to our original number? Right? You can see that when we divided by 100, we went 1, 2 to the left. You can see how these two answers look the same. And so in general, when it comes to dividing by 10, right, we want to understand that to divide by 10, we're going to move the decimal place 1 to the left. If we're going to divide by 100, we're going to move the decimal place 2 to the left. So we can see this idea, right? So as we look at our first example, we see that it's 3.65 divided by 100, right? Divide by 100, we see 2 zeros. That means move it 2 places to the left. And so if I draw out the number, right, the decimal was between the 3 and the 6, we're going to go 1, 2, and our decimal is going to end up just like that. So you can see how it moves 1, 2. Now I'm showing you this work just so you can see what I'm talking about. Hopefully your brain is following me. Right? And in our lesson, the whole point of this is to not have to show this work and just to do it all mentally. Right? Looking at the next problem then, 4.65 divided by 10, right? 10 is 1 0. That means we're moving it one place to the division size left, so one place to the left. So mentally, I can solve this problem and say this. Right? And then looking over here, I can say, okay, what actually happened? Right. 1 to the left. Then I'll leave you with two sample problems to work through as you go through this example. And that is the process we want to follow mentally as we divide by 10 and 100. That's lesson